Hello, everyone. Happy start of the week. I want to start today in the lead nudge for this week, having a conversation about a topic that I find very interesting and is about how to balance in between this massive wave of technology, everything related to AI, but how to balance that with essential human skills and how are we dealing with those two things combined? There is no doubt that AI is transforming the way that we operate, whether that is in a small startup or in a big corporation. Really, AI is amazing in terms of improving efficiency or providing additional insights. And there is no doubt that it will change how we do things in the workplace and basically in life. We've seen the headlines, right? We have seen how there is a sense of fear associated to this transformation about AI replacing jobs, about how algorithms are perpetuating biases. And overall, there is a growing sense of unease, right? And I want to pause there because it's absolutely normal and it's actually expected that with these massive changes, our brains are not necessarily ready to process big amounts of change in a short period of time. That is not how we have been able to, let's say, evolve, right? Evolution happens one tiny bit step at a time. And when big changes happen, yeah, it's completely normal to have this sense of overwhelm and have this sense of, yeah, like this, I'm not ready to deal, and having that perception of, I don't know, of uncertainty. I don't know how this is going to affect me as as an individual, me as, my team members or, in general. So first, let's address the fact that it's completely normal. Now, what can we do as inclusive leaders? What can we do to support our team members throughout that change? And this is where I kind of like crafted a couple of steps that I believe can help us take an inclusive leadership approach into what's going on with the change with AI. The first one is understanding what are the specific needs of our team members. There is no doubt that there will be early adopters. I know many people that are early adopters in the topic of AI. They're excited. They are super happy about all these changes and all these new technologies. And just as we have early adopters and people that are riding the wave very easily, we will also have people that are standing just waiting for some guidance, that are people feeling fear, feeling sense of overwhelm. And rather than just taking an all in one approach, my first step would be to first understand what are the team members needing, addressing the fears, addressing the fact that there might be overwhelm, and then bringing an additional step, let's say, which is really using motivation as a way to challenge a fear-based mindset. Why this matters is because if we really truly go with the approach of inclusion, that means sometimes taking a look back and understanding there might be people that are being left behind in this change. And actually, in any change, there might be people that are not dealing with this with change at the same speed that the majority, or is the other way around. Maybe one or two people are actually spearheading, but then the rest of the team is really just standing there waiting. So it's our responsibility as leaders to understand how to drive that dynamic, it's not about pulling the others, but actually inspire action in them. This is the third step. How to focus rather than on the fear mindset, focus on the possibilities of what could happen, what can come as a positive result of this change, and using that to inspire action in the people that might be not necessarily early adopters or spearheading the change. And how to do that is by equipping. This is my own personal take because I'm very heavy on growth. I believe that the way to do this is by focusing on equipping and inspiring people to keep upskilling and to work alongside AI to grow their own skills, to make sure that, yes, there might be job changes that might happen or roles that will change, and that we as individuals and that we as leaders, that our teams will be able to cope with that change by being still relevant, to having relevancy in their skills. AI can also be a powerful tool for inclusion. A couple weeks ago, I've been actually reading a lot about this. And one of the things that was very inspiring was to see how AI can be used to analyze job descriptions to make sure that they are not biased, that we are not using biased language, which is completely normal. We are as because we're humans, we are biased, and those unconscious biases will happen. So, can we leverage technology not only for efficiency and insights, but actually to be more inclusive, right? Can we use AI to help attract a more diverse pool of candidates? So, whenever we have a role, we have a lot more diversity coming in with candidates from all over. And the third one, which is one of my favorite things, was mind-blowing, is how can we use AI to personalize the type of learning experiences? We all have different learning preferences, or we cater to different learning styles. When some of us might be more visual, some of us might be more targeted to things that are colorful or with audio. Regardless of that, can we have one specific content that is catered and personalized to everybody? So, well, to the different learning styles. So we actually are able to hit the nail in terms of those specific capabilities, but it also is a more enjoyable learning experiences for for our teams or for us, right? Also as individuals. So for this week, what I want to challenge us is to explore how can we, in a weekly conversation, ask our team members how they are dealing with the AI wave. And also as individuals, what can we learn from this change? Because this is the biggest change that we are seeing in these current times. And that means that learning how to lead or how to lead within this change is actually mastering the skill of change management. So if we're able to do this with this big wave, we can also deal with smaller changes that will also come, as part of the recurrent activities in any workplace. So that is definitely an opportunity there for us as leaders to master that skill and to do it gracefully while also taking care of the human-centric approach and doing it with empathy in an inclusive way. Remember to lead as you are with courage, inclusion, and heart.